Now we're gonna start off with Jurian, slump booted against the wall. And Julius really took some meat off him because he was missing an arm. He really missing an arm. He can't even throw hands no more because he only got one. Now let's talk about this for a moment because what Julius did was kind of crazy, you know. So given what he did before, now he did that attack on Theon a couple weeks ago, but she was only a top 100 awakening, you know. And even in that fight, he had to hide for a little bit so he can recover, and it didn't really do as much damage as Jiren. Now, if we go even further back to that, we can go talk about his fight with Siwoo, where even that fight was more closely, but even that he had to catch him off guard, and he still lost that match. But now, if people would have saw Siwoo afterwards, and if you didn't watch the match, you would have thought that Siwoo lost.
Remember, Veramonte didn't want to fight in the first place because he knew it would ruin a potential alliance. Because in the world of Awakeners, alliance means power and a potential new territory for them to rule over. Think about it. Andre, Schneider, Suffrey, Basset, Eudoro, Garas, Miaru, Greg, all of these people in some way, shape, or form have formed an alliance.
Now, with all that being said, the fact that Jiren is in the state is really saying something to the way that Jiru is. Ian and Veramonte was taken aback by this sight because they would have never thought that Jiren would be in this state. And even Jiren, he took it too because he never thought that he would be in this state either.
But this goes to show you how little Veramonte cares for Jurian in this current moment, as he serves a big slice of humble pie to the boy. Because Jurian isn't like Jiwoo, who is fighting for his friends. Jiwoo is showing traits of someone who is selfish as opposed to someone who is selfish, which Jurian is.
Kaden and crew expressions are really intense because they notice that Jiwoo lost control of his powers and is moving on sure will. The only thing he's saying right now is that he ain't nobody gonna hurt his friends. Now, on the other end, Jiren, he upset because he mad that he in this situation. Now he really thinking about this like, I can't believe he really did this to me. I gotta take him out now because if I don't, he gonna for sure be a problem later.
We can see Jurian is enraged because he doesn't feel like he lost. At best, the battle should have been a draw.
Kaden, infuriated by Jiwoo's state, snaps back at him, saying in other words, that if it wasn't for your crazy grandson, we wouldn't even be in this problem to begin with. Veramonte concedes because even with his powers, it wasn't enough to keep his grandson in check. And announcing that he would take responsibility for what happened by forbidding Jurian from leaving the palace for 10 years.
Then transition to Kaden carrying Jiwoo back to the compound. And let's be honest, we've never seen him this worried before. A lot of people forget that Jiwoo saved Kaden's life back in chapter 1. So him doing this is him returning the favor. We go on to learn that Jiwoo is in critical condition because Jurian punched a hole in his stomach, right on top of his core. This is bad because Jiwoo already pushed his body beyond repair, even for Curtain. Repairing Jiwoo's core and preventing it from collapsing is a steep mountain to climb. But with Kaden's massive awakener energy, they might be able to save Jiwoo's life and help further strengthen his awakened abilities.